So today I actually wanted to talk about the potential of what blockchain is going to bring to us. Because right now there is a lot of different platforms. They are all fighting about how many transactions they can complete, but actually as consumers, we are not getting that benefits directly from them. So mostly the blockchain is adopted in corporate level, and I think we can consider ourselves one of the biggest decentralized projects, which is actually building something directly for the consumer and beneficial for the consumer. So I will give you a little bit information about myself. So I'm a former professional athlete, and I always had a dream to be a professional trainer. So to make other people healthier too. And one of the my main concept is about the personal trainer has to help people to form healthy habits. So, but I got a huge injury at age 20, and eventually I decided to move fully digitally. So from my background, I am a developer and an entrepreneur. I have founded several companies before Lympo, and right now we are focused on building fully decentralized mobile health platform, which incentivizes people to track their health and incentivizes people to change their habits. At the same time, by helping them, enabling them to facilitate and monetize their data in various different purposes. So I'm very happy that we already have, and fascinated that we already have almost 300,000 users in the South Korea and USA. And our token was listed one between 12 tokens in Samsung blockchain wallet. You can see the example here, which actually tells to me, and the thing we talked a lot during the Berlin blockchain week is that blockchain needs, the education piece is missing in the blockchain. Like right now we have almost 300,000 users, and 95% of those we are not crypto or blockchain savvy. We are just using our solution which has wallets, which have incentivization, microtransactions mechanism inside, but we don't know that they are facilitating the true decentralization. And I'm very happy that Samsung thinks alike, that those models are very, very important in case in our future decentralization development. So I don't actually like to focus on problems because people are. That means that you have problems. I don't have problems. I like tackling opportunities. So today I wanted to talk about 3 great opportunities which comes from decentralizing mobile health data. So the first opportunity is it's actually very easy for us to change habits and to become more healthy, active, and to become self-aware regarding our health. The second opportunity is with decentralization we can save a lot of money for health insurance and for the public health as well, which is highly important question regarding our future economy development. And the third opportunity is that we can all participate in this future economy development, data-driven development. So let's begin with the first one. It's very easy for us to build our habits and to become the first one. And by statistics, 90% of the people are actually not very health cautious. So we have 10% of the fitness fanatics, which are focusing on their health, focusing on their habits, but other 90% are actually don't have that motivation and those habits to do that consistently. So how actually we can change that and how we can build a product which helps us to change this. So it has a couple of components of how we can achieve. So we are entering the 21st century, and overall our whole world is filled with wearables, filled with mobile health apps and other things, which every day generates a lot of different types of data, and we all are designed to help us to develop our health and our habits. The problem is that people are not incentivized to do that. So the whole IoT world move towards personalization. So right now, not only wearables we have, soon it's going to be rings, necklaces, which will be constantly measuring our health without any additional effort. But still, some of the data types are based on manual inputs. So These are the 10 main data types which mobile health is actually tackling. Is BMI, our heart rate monitoring, and HRV. HRV is heart rate variability. It's one of the most accurate heart measurement right now, which can help us even to define our body age, stress, and other actually very interesting outcomes. Sugar levels, which is used to fight diabetes. Micronutrient levels, I'm very excited, but by facilitating electromagnetic technologies, there is already a way to actually find our micronutrient level in blood without actually taking the blood samples. There is sleep, there is activities, and there are others actually which are still based on our manual input. It's hydration, caffeine intake, food, and everything what we can ask and answer. So, as a company, we are tackling the 10 of those main data types. Incentivization model. So, to have our attention to track this, and to have our attention to consistently use the products, we need to have incentivization models. And incentivization models are highly used in forming our behavior, and that's one of the biggest problems, because our world is full of incentivization models inside the products which are causing bad habits formation. For example, social media takes a lot of our attention by running those habit formation loops. And habit formation loops are usually designed from 3 components. It's triggering our behavior, doing our behavior, and getting reward instead. So triggering and doing action is pretty self-explanatory, but the reward mechanism is usually different. So for example, social media uses social approval as a reward, and so it's called social reward. And what we propose, and I think the blockchain is one of the best tools, and the microtransactions are one of the best tools, because everybody loves money. To form our habits and to use microtransactions as an incentivization mechanism. So to combine all of those 3 things, we design an application which is live, as I mentioned, in USA and South Korea, and there's tens of thousands of users using that every day, which basically divides every hour day to small different daily tasks, and after each one we complete, it provides us a small microtransaction reward. We are already facilitating over 100,000 transactions per day, and as Nick explained before, Ethereum is not capable to hold that. That's why we are exploring, and we found the technologies which can help us causing our scalability problem. So inside the app, people can directly exchange that to various, so boost or transfer out their tokens to the Samsung blockchain wallets. That's how our model works, and it's very consumer friendly. And people don't need to know that it's decentralized, or people don't need to know that it helps us to secure their privacy. And the other thing which is super awesome to me, that my dream of becoming a personal trainer actually is becoming true, because I'm doing everything together with the team's help, and every one of us on the team is building this personalized training solution, which by aggregating self-awareness, by facilitating self-awareness, helps to build. So we've done a test with 2,000 people from IT company, which showed that, and all of those people participated in 1-month trial of how to form habits. After 1 month, 90% of those people said that that's very helpful. Also, we have a lot of incredible stories from our community about people standing up, moving forward, losing weight, helping them, to continue forward. And this shows that those 90% of the people which are not aware and which are not focused to building their healthy habits loves our solution to actually change it. So we already know how to form habits. So how it can help us to save a lot of money. Especially for healthcare and insurance. So there is 3 main areas of which we think that decentralization of mobile health can actually make a huge impact. So let's look at the corporate wellness. Companies are looking for ways to increase the productivity of their employees, and actually there is no better way to increase the productivity, to actually make people, your employees, more healthy, more active, more happy. So by decentralizing this, companies don't need to focus on acquiring some different incentives. They can just launch a corporate wellness program on Lympo, and the personalized program is going to be instantly decentralized, and they will be able to access their employees' data through our solution. Let's look at the insurance system. Insurance system is building their own tools to track their customers' health. But the problem is it costs a lot of money. So because you have to buy a smartwatch for your customer, you have to pay for the system. You have to pay for a system which enables you to get the data and to access the data. And eventually that's highly not cost efficient. And even bigger problem, they can't access the data before the consumer actually becomes their client. So there is no way to manage risks for insurance companies right now, because even our clinic records, and we are moving towards public health, our clinic records are not consistent. For example, data consistency regarding cardio checks in clinics, it's like twice a year. From smartwatch and from wearables, we can get daily checks. So there is much better way for AI and other tools which can dig into the data to predefine the risk patterns. And for public health, we are still measuring blood samples, and every test of blood sample costs a lot of money because it requires a doctor to take it, send it to the library, and there are technologies already who can predefine, maybe not that accurately how the laboratory test, clinical proven test, but it's enough accurate to actually define and provide the information on which direction we should go. All the current data that's the key difference between centralization and decentralization. All the data in the centralized system are stored in a centralized data servers, and every company has its own defined data set. There is no way to actually build a profile for one person. So, for example, Garmin, we are acquiring data from smart wearables, but there is no way you can use that data for your public and give that data to your doctor. And it's highly not cost efficient because, first of all, we have to store everything in our own data servers, and we have to build layers on top to actually access the data for insurance solutions. What decentralization said, that we can store everything into one place by still keeping it private, keeping it secure, and enabling it access to anyone with our as a user's permission. So by defining the data sets, and actually the EU is working on defining how data should look like on our electronic health records. So by defining all of those data types, which I talked before, to just check and filter and to monitor our daily health, we can build an ecosystem which will enable any institution to build solutions on top and enabling different use cases very, very easily with our as a user permission and with our management control. So as a Lympo, we are moving towards building what we call the universal health profile. It's a profile with connected data from the various sources, which can be easily provided to any other tool or app on our decentralized platform. So, and here comes the third opportunity, which excites me the most, because our CEO, Ada, always said to me that we should think big, and we think big. We can all participate in this data-driven economy model formation. Data actually is an asset, in my opinion, highly undervalued, and current data exchange only happens between the corporations. So there is no way for us as a consumers to access and to monetize this data. And the world suffers from wrong wealth distribution, and by an upcoming times where automations and robotics will actually replace us as as a work power. The UBI became such a huge topic among the economists. but UBI still doesn't answer some of the questions. Where does the money come from? And how will people behave? So, giving people money without any work, maybe it's not what works the best for our, social behavior and our forming habits. So we come up with this. We came up with this data monetization-backed universal basic income model, where we believe that people will be able to monetize their health assets. And after some of the research, we found that probably a consistent mobile health data record of those 10 data types will be worth between $50 and $200 per year for one person. So imagine how other data type works. Combine that on decentralized databases, because decentralized databases will be easily accessed for our tools. So you will be able to build applications which are going to access different type of and different databases from different data. People will be able to manage, collect this data, and monetize it on different purposes, because marketing and the whole economy will be much more personalized. We will be buying foods, which will be based on our micronutrient level in bloods. We will get offers from different different companies for personalized marketing based on our health, for example, sleep, and our financial records, credit records. So with this combination, we can make this decentralized universal basic income come true. And by facilitating incentivization and blockchain, we can create an economy which is based on 5 values. It's equality, privacy, freedom, efficiency, and sharing. So equality means right now our data is worth much more than, for example, we have bigger income. And blockchain actually doesn't care about this because our privacy is higher. We choose what parts of our details which we want to disclose or not. And but for forming universal basic income, it's also important how, equality is also super important. Privacy means that we still secure and manage our privacy. Freedom, it means that we can do anything with our data what we want. Efficiency means that we don't build and we don't pay for tools, for the same tools which can be used in a collaborative way and raise of interoperability. And sharing will mean that companies, every one of us in the ecosystem will share value between one another. So all those visions and all that combination, actually, I was really excited when we first time spoke with Harmony team, that all of those value and visions are very alike between the two of us. And this combination partnership will help us to make our vision happy, because on a company level, we focus on a consumer-facing and enabling actual business value, which I believe the blockchain needs currently the most. So it's like an adoption, because without an adoption, technology is nothing. So we are targeting this, and Nick and his team will help us to actually create the scalable platform and implement proper technology. So as Nick, I wanted to actually invite all of you to create this data-driven economy together. And there is time for a question. Thank you for listening.
What's your marketing strategy? Repeat the question. How did you get to 100, 200, 300,000? It's okay.
Okay, so the question was about how we can reach such a scale. So first of all, always the first step is to getting the product market fit. And you don't market, so market when you don't have a product market fit. Actually, it's really interesting that 60% of our users were not paid, they were collected not by paid acquisition. So all of those users came out through organic, so it's like building virality loops and through the referral programs. And the other 30% they came through basic ads. Okay, any more questions? Okay.
So you mentioned the potential for, the then someone would market to you saying, hey, you're low on this micronutrient, so you should eat this food or something like that. How far away do you think that is? And are there other ways in which your health data will be used to, it's almost like people will market to you to make you more healthy. They're like, hey, we can help you out. Is that kind of what you envision?
Our vision is totally focused on building this platform for mobile health. And because of decentralization, actually decentralization helps to build much more than we can right now. Because for any company to launch their own solution, for example, the cost of developing a mobile health app right now is like 500,000 and it goes up. And it means that you have to design your own data model, everything, you have to start collecting it, you don't have this, so many obstacles happening right now, and current corporations are actually like monitoring the market, and they're looking for those, groundbreaking products to acquire them as fast for them to not become publicly adopted. So decentralization actually reverts that. So companies and like startups can really fast build on decentralized databases, acquire users, and actually only ask them, share their, and allow to facilitate through the consensus mechanism to facilitate the benefits. And actually, it's the potential of use cases, I think there is out of my imagination and others' imagination, how much is possible to do with that.
Cool, thank you.
I'm very interested in, you explained that, if I understand correctly, let's say that I have a lifestyle, try to be following a healthy, habit lifestyle.
Yes.
After I do a quick run in the morning, we're able to record it. If I take a bike for 5 kilometers, it will be recorded and then incentivized. And later on also you mentioned that my data and my habit can be somehow shared with a third party. Yet you also mentioned that by keeping the privacy and full control of me as the owner of data, how do you actually do that?
So regarding the data recording, that's how our incentivization mechanism works. So right now the user experience inside the app works like this. Every day you're getting daily challenges, daily fitness challenges, which is like run 3 miles in the morning. Yes? And after you complete it, so you report the data for that, or you aggregate this data from like Google Fit, iHealth, and other
Samsung Health,
other data aggregators, you instantly get the microtransaction of tokens. So this is the step one. After you build your health profile, so through the time you record more and more data. So the other part of the platform, this B2C data exchange, allows companies to request the data from the user. So for example, you are coming to the insurance company and saying, look, I want to be a part of your record, I want to be your client. And they say, okay, let us build a personalized offer for you. And they, through the Lympo application and through the Lympo platform, you can exchange the data, you can set up the price, and the data is attached to the price, to the amount of the tokens. We can't say how much token is valuable, but we can say how many tokens, because it's the ecosystem which we built. We can say how many tokens the data is worth. So through that, they can acquire data, the data exchange, and if there is a solution which can be cost efficient for them, just getting for example, your own health rating, we are open for any other companies to build that because it's decentralized database.
Okay, so it's initiated by the user.
Yes, it's all the company.
Right.
Like companies can target because the data is out there. Yes, so companies can target people which they don't know. So it's totally anonymous. Who reach the certain requirements for their query, and then get their contacts. So it can work very different ways. It can work as a client aggregator or like B2C sales tool. You can have very different models built on that. Yeah, that was a really good question. Okay, so thank you everyone for listening.